All right. Okay. So now we started by on the other video, we went over the alphabet, knowing where the notes are. So let's do a quick recap to be sure that you know where the alphabets are. So I'll ask you which notes to show me, then you show me. Show me D sharp. Show me F flat. Show me B sharp. Show me D sharp. So basically, the idea is look for the alphabet, sharp, go to the right. Look for the alphabet, flat, go to the left. So it's as simple as that. So now that's the first thing to make sure you know. So the second thing we want to look at now would be semitone and tone, because we want to know the difference. So a semitone, what does a semitone mean? A semitone is basically moving from a particular note to the next note. It's as simple as that. So if you're coming from this note and I say move a semitone, I'm simply saying go to the next note. It's as simple as that. If you're coming for this, I say move a semitone, I'm simply saying go in here. It's as simple as that. So let's say we can say no jump. A quick way to just simplify it. Or we can say next note. That's basically what a semitone means. So then let's look at a tone, what a tone means. So Americans might prefer using half step instead of semitone. Half step, then whole step instead of a tone. So you can either call it a whole step for a tone, or you can call this one a half step. Right? We're writing with the mouse. It's not an easy journey. Okay. So a tone basically is more like jump a note and take the next. So which is more like two semitones technically. So if we're coming from here, you have to jump this one and take this one. So that's a tone. So let's try you out now. So a semitone from C. Exactly. A tone from B flat. Exactly. Because the first thing is look for B flat, then you jump a note exactly. So then let's look for let's look for a semitone from let's try E. Exactly. Then let's try a semitone from. Then let's try a semitone from F sharp. Exactly. So because the goal is just look for F sharp, then show me what the next note is. So a semitone basically means what is the next note. So now, why is this important? Because we're going to use this to build our major scale. So we're going to use this concept to build the major scale. So why are we building the major scale? Because most of the time, most of all this music you hear, most of them, you can either, they're actually from a major key or a minor key. So in this case, we are starting with a major, which can be gotten from the scale. All right. So now, how do we get the scale? We're going to get the scale by moving tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Americans will say whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So here's the catch. You have two whole steps, one half step, then three whole steps, and one half step. So let me show you an idea. We can start anywhere. So if I start here, I want to start doing two whole step. So two whole step would be 1, then 2, then now a half step. So that's the first thing you have to think about. So think about it this way: get to this journey first, okay, before you try to do the next. So the next will now be 3 whole steps and a half step. So from here, we're doing 1, 2, 3, and half step. So what you ended up doing is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is basically your major scale. So if you use this pattern, you would be able to form all the major scales on every key. So you think you can try? All right, so let's try your major scale from on E flat. That's your starting point. Then one whole tone, then next whole tone, then half step, then 3 now. 1, 2, 3, and you see how easy it is. So the goal now, why did we learn the alphabet first? We learned the alphabet first so that you will know the names of the notes. Then the next thing now is understanding semitone, tone, and you now know how to follow this formula. So the goal now, if you notice when you were following it, you did not worry about the notes you were going, you were following the patterns. So the goal for the names is basically knowing the names to know where you're starting from. Now, this doesn't mean that if I ask you where is G, you don't know. But at this point, you're not trying to focus on the alphabet, you're focusing on the pattern. So let's try F sharp major scale. Starting point, 1, 2, then half step, and 3, 1, 2, 3, and half step. Exactly. We're back to F sharp. Yeah. Exactly. So now let's try B flat. Starting, then 1, then 2, then half, then 1, 2, then 3, then half. You see that? So now this is you navigating your way, which is basically the first step. Because the next step will be knowing the actual fingers that should be used to play the scale. But now we're not worried about that. All right. So now let's look at G major scale. Starting point, then 1, then 2, then half step, then 1, then 2, then 3, then half step. You see, it makes the whole sequence very easy for you to understand now without trying to think, oh, I remember when I'll tell you, look for the scale, you will be doing like, no, it doesn't sound right. Do you understand? But now you're thinking of the pattern, which makes it much more easier to understand. Let's try one more key. Let's try E. E major. Exactly. Perfect. So if we have to talk about the fingers that you're going to use to play this, that's a different ball game entirely. So let's quickly look at that. So for your the scale for your C, the scale for your D, the scale for your E, the scale for your G, the scale for your A, all of them use the same fingering. So which is C, D, E, and G, A. Remember, how do you play the scale for C? You play 3 fingers first, then 5 fingers. Exactly. Exactly. So now if you want to play Exactly. If you want to play the one for D, same way. But now remember how you're moving. You see, I don't want you to make that mistake. So now this is how you need to learn, hold on. You need to learn to picture what you're trying to play. Learn to picture it. So for instance, now you picture it like this, which is the first three notes. Then you picture like this. You see that? So you know exactly how you are progressing. So you see that? Then you end back on that. So if you go for E, you're doing the same thing. So you need to figure it out. The first two tones. So first two tones from E, picture it first. No, from E, we're doing E major now. Exactly. So that's your first two tones. Exactly. Then from the semitone, that's when you look at the next three tones. So this is the semitone, right? So that's where your finger should be coming to the beginning again. Then you look at the three tones now from there. Exactly. Exactly. So it means you picture it like this, then the next. You need to picture it first. Don't try to play without seeing where you're going. So you see, then I come like this. You must picture it first. No? You must know what you're doing now. Now I can't teach you major scale again. Now you must know major scale by yourself now without teaching you because we've passed that stage now. Telling you what a tone, three tones, and one semitone. So you must make sure you calculate it while you're doing that. So if you start here, this is one tone, this is second tone. That's how your finger moves. This is one tone, this is at the second tone. So once you've done that, you now know that this is this semitone. You put your tone back there and check three tones now. So one tone, two tones, and three tones. Your eyes looks like you don't even understand what you're doing. Is it confusing? Any confusion? Okay, so let's see whether there's really any confusion or not. Show me. Remember, I told you the scale for C, D, and E, G, and A are the same. So show me the one for A. Remember, first thing you want to pick out first is look at the two tones. Exactly. That's the first thing you want to show me. So two tones is this. Because from here to here is one tone. Then here's the two tones. Do you understand what I mean by two tones now? So once you get that two tones, then you move to the semitone back again with the new finger. Yes. Then now you now start looking for three tones now. So this is going to be one tone, two tone, then three tone. You see that? Exactly. So now when you picture it, now you have and this. So see that? You have to picture it. After you find it, you need to see it and start picturing it. Yes. Yeah. Because you're going to be playing it. You see that? So if you don't picture it, you don't know where you're going. Exactly. So, but now, that's not what we are worried about right now. So, we've successfully got into the next stage, right? We've successfully gone into the next stage. So, the next stage now will be understanding um, um, intervals. Intervals. So intervals. So basically, interval is just the distance between two notes. So which basically we're talking about from a particular note to the other note. So in this case, now let's look at the scale. The scale we already have C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. Then we're back to C. So in this case now, remember, C today is a tone, right? But in order for us to look at intervals, we're going to look at the numbers. Numbers. Because this is the same thing as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, which is the same thing as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and which is the same thing as your do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. All right. So I think the most important thing right now is to see how you build your chords now. If we want to talk about playing songs now, playing songs. So this is the foundation. Foundation. So here we need to understand the distance between these two notes. So the distance between these two notes is basically C to D is a second, but this is a major second. This is a 3, okay? So quick way to understand it. This is a 6th, this is a 7th. Just know that 1 is a perfect, 4 is a perfect, and 5 is a perfect. So let's bring down 5 and 4. And this is a P8. So what I'm simply saying is perfect are on your 1, 4, 5, and 8. So on your 1, 4, 5, and 8. What does that simply mean? It simply means when you follow the scale. If, for instance, let's say I'm playing a song like this, and I don't like this key, I'll be like, I think maybe take it higher by a perfect fourth. I'm simply saying take it here. Do you understand? So instead of me saying take it to F, I'm using the terms to tell you how I want you to take it. So what does that mean? It simply means think of it like you measuring distance from here to like 20 miles away. So instead of me telling you, come and meet me at so place, I'm simply saying, come and meet me at 20 miles where I am. Do you understand? It's just a term that is used to explain distance. So instead of me telling you I'm playing on C, move to F, I can say move a perfect fourth. It's as simple as that. So how would you quickly know what a perfect fourth is? Use your scale. Use your scale. So what that simply means is, remember how you build your scale. C sharp. So let's look at your C sharp scale. 1, remember tone, 2 tones, then semitone, then 3 tones now, then semitone. So make sure you're counting while you're doing that. Very, very important. So now, to get your perfect fourth, you see here, we're talking about the fa. So it simply means you want to count 4 from where you're starting from. So since this is your first note, this is your second note, this is your third note, and this is your fourth note. So a perfect fourth is simply saying from C sharp to F sharp. As simple as that. So let's try you out on another key. What is a perfect fourth from B flat? Just run the scale. 1, 2, 3, and that's your perfect fourth. You understand? We're simply saying what is the fourth note on that scale. Do you understand? So that's all you need to think about. Don't think about any other thing more than that. So let's try, what is the perfect chord from E flat? Run the scale. That's your fourth note. Because when we say perfect fourth, we're simply saying what is the fourth note. That's all it means. So now let's try a major third, because this is going to, all the rest are majors. These ones are majors. Majors. Take note, these are intervals. These are not chords. Chord is a different thing entirely. These are intervals, strictly between two notes. So, show me your major third on D. So run your scale on D, we need the third note. That's all. It's as simple as that. So now show me your major third on A. Simple. Do you understand? Show me your perfect fifth on F. It means you have to do the fifth note, but you're playing your scale. Now you're gambling. You gambled because you probably knew the F before, kind of, but I don't want you to do that. Erase everything you have already have in your head. Make sure you're working with the rule. What is the rule? 2 whole tones, 1 half tone. You understand? Like 2 tones, 1 semitone, 3 tones, 1 semitone. Because we don't want gamble. All right. So now let's try. So I will take you somewhere else, because now I will be sure whether you're gambling or not. So let's try major sixth. Means the sixth note is as simple as that, of that scale. Major sixth of A flat. Exactly. So you see, just follow the scale. That will help you understand quickly. So now for me, if you ask me major scale, major sixth, I already know it's the la of that key you are asking me. So you see, because I use soft notation to simplify things better. So let's say, ask me anyone. I'll tell you how I'm going to process it. So ask me one, which one you want me to look for. Yeah, which key? Just tell me anyone. Let me give you this.
G sharp.
Sorry. G sharp of okay, so G sharp, what interval? Major 7 G sharp.
G sharp major seventh.
So this is how I'm going to process it, because once you tell me major seventh, I already know it's my T. I don't have to count. You see, that's where the problem is. Once you tell me major seventh, I already know that it is my T, you see. So my T is basically the note before the note you're talking about, because this is G sharp. This is my. I don't have to start. I don't have to start counting forward to get to T. No, it's like that's why we're doing this, because I'm teaching you how to process it. If you tell me major six, for instance, you say major sixth of B flat, I know you are telling me La of my B flat. So this is my B flat. I know this is my La, because this is my T, La. That's why you need to know the scale going up and going down, which is, you see, because I know the scale very well, at least to a reasonable extent, then I don't have to go start looking for it. So ask me another one.
Perfect fifth. Perfect fifth. F sharp.
Because once you tell me perfect fifth, I know it's my soul. Because I'm used to solfers, like I don't think so much. I know it's my soul of that key. So, and coupled with the fact because I know the scales. So, for instance, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, F, F sharp, then G, A flat, A, then B flat, B, then C. Do you understand? Because I know all of them. So immediately you are telling me perfect fifth on B, perfect fifth on E flat, perfect fifth on C sharp, perfect fifth on A, perfect fifth on E, because I know where the fifths are, which is basically I'm looking for my soul in all these different keys. So once you know that, it is easier for you to move into chords now, because chords are a combination of these intervals. Do you understand? So now let's look at, let's try you out. So it's your turn. So tell me, what is a major second of E flat? It means second note. It's as simple as that. Don't read too much meaning into it. Second note of E flat. Second note of E flat. That's the first note. And that's the second note. So it doesn't mean second jump. It has a second note. So once you hear that, very, very important. So now let's try major second of B flat. It means second note of B flat. As simple as that. So let's try major third of G. Major third of G. Exactly, because you must listen to the numbers. Now, here's where things get a little bit different. Because take note, we've only talked about perfect, we've talked about major, we've not talked about minor. So a minor interval will be gotten when you reduce a major. See, when you reduce a major. So it simply means if you know where your major second is, just reduce it its semitone. Then you get the minor. So for instance, what is the minor second of B flat? It basically means the next note. Don't think about it too much. No, like immediate next note. Remember, this is your major second. Are you with me?
I thought you said reduce it a semitone.
Yes. No. The question is, or let me go back to how you get it first. How do you get a minor interval? You get a minor interval by reducing a major. So it means if I tell you to look for a minor second, you need to look for a major second first. Then you now reduce it. So what is a major second of B flat? Right? This is a major second of B flat. Don't you know a major second again? So this is a major second of B flat. Then when you reduce it, it comes down here. So you see why we're going step by step, because if we did not go through the major second, minor second now becomes a problem. That's why we're connecting it step by step. So now, for the case of chords, why are we looking at all this? Because these are all the things that create that you will find in a chord. So let's look at minor. Remember, if I tell you minor third, you have to look for major third first, then reduce it. So what is the minor third from C? Exactly. You see how easy it is. So you just look for that key and reduce it. So now this is why this is important. If let's look at the chords now, the chords of every note when you're building chords. So let's say when you're building chords, we need to build chords following the order of notes. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're following and you're enjoying that. All right. So let me know where you're watching from and what instrument do you play as well. So let's do a new one. All right. So now let's look at chords. Let's look at chords because this is where we get into learning how to play a song now. This is when we get into the real deal. All right. So we're going to use the scale to learn to start forming the chords. So it means if you don't know the scale, then you are not. So follow the sequence. Check the videos I've already uploaded. There are different steps to this. First, you must know the names of the sounds. Then the second one is now know how and a semitone and a tone. Then you now know how the scale is being built. When you know the scale, you know the interval, then we now get into chords. So now to get the chords now, which is what brings us into playing songs. So let's use C for example. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So now how do we get the chords? We want to start with triads. So this is how you build triads. You get triads by taking every other note. So if we're trying to build the chord of this one, we're going to start from C, then we have E, and we have G. Take note, we're taking every other note. So we started from here, took this, and we took this. So if we want to get the chord of this one as well, the triad chord of this, we'll do the same thing. Take every other note. So which is going to be D, F, A. Oh, I see. Piano. Oh, piano in North Carolina. That's good. What is the time in North Carolina now? All right. So here, so what would be your answer if we're building for E? E, G, G, B. So what would be your answer for F?
FAC.
So F, A, C. Oh, 5:14 is actually the same time here in Florida as well. So let's say we have, what's the next? G, B, D. Then the next? A, C, E. Then the next?
B, D, F.
B, D, F. Then the next?
C, E, G.
Back to C, E, G. Oh, I see. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Good to meet you then. All right. So now, this, if you look at how we created this now, we have created a major chord here, a major, a minor, a minor, a major, a major, a minor, a diminished, and back to a major. So here's the question that will be coming to your mind. What really makes a chord a major? And what makes a chord a minor? All right. So I will break it down as a baby before, and I'll tell you how you should understand it musically. So as a baby, let's look at the notes in between every note. So look at this C. Take note, we're looking at this chord, which is our C, E, G. So let me come down here. We're looking at C, E, G. So the goal is to know the order of notes. If you don't know the order of notes, then it will be hard for you to understand what you're building. So following the order of notes, we have C, we have C sharp, we have D, and we have D sharp. Do you understand? So look at how many notes we have before we go to E. So this is C. We skip this, we skip this, we skip this, and we took this. So basically, 3 notes are in between. That's how you need to look at it as. Then here, we get to F and we get F sharp. Here, 2 notes are in between here to get to G. You see that? So if you ask me now, or how would I explain this to a baby? What makes a major chord is from a particular note, skip 3 notes, take the next, and skip 2 notes, take the next. So if I want to build a major chord from anywhere, that's the pattern I will maintain. From here, I will count 3. 1, 2, 3, take the next. Count 2 from there. 1, 2, take the next. I have successfully built a major chord. Now, remember I said this is for a baby. So if you don't know how to build a major chord, that is what makes the difference between a major chord. So now, let's look at a minor chord. A minor chord, which is basically, let's use DFA for example. DFA. So we have D, F, and A. Let's use DFA. So we have to determine how many notes are in between these notes. So this is D, this is F, this is A. So how many notes is in between the first two? 2, which is D sharp and E. And the next one, how many notes in between? Hello? Hello? How many notes in between that? 2. How many notes in between here? Aha. So F sharp, then G, then we have G sharp. Now, here's the catch. Look at the 2 of them. This one we skip 3 before we skip 2. Here we skip 2 before we skip 3. So you see, that's the reverse. So the reverse is what makes a minor. But this is the best way to look at it. If I get a major, the best way to make it a minor is reduce this one. Just reduce the middle note. That's how you get a major minor. So, which you can have something like this: major, minor, this is the major, minor, this is the major, minor, this is major, minor, major, minor. So you see what you used to do every time. So which is basically your major and minor, then major, 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 minor. So basically, to get the major and minor is just to reduce the middle note. All right. So this is how somebody that knows what they're doing will say is the difference between a major and a minor chord. Is that a major and minor chord consist of a major third and a minor third. Meaning it's a stacking up of a major third and a minor third. Because from here to here, this is a major third. Then from here to here, this is a minor third. Take note, because if we go up here, that's a major, because two tones. See that? But when we reduce it, it becomes a minor third. So that's how you explain it musically. So here, this is now a minor third before a major third. So, simple exercise. Major third. So since if you know your major, all you do is take this one up, it becomes an augmented. If you bring it back down, it comes to a major. If you take this one, it becomes a minor. And if you take this one, it becomes a diminished. So what is the difference? Major. So notes in between for a major is 3 and 2. For the minor, notes in between is 2 and 3. Augmented, notes in between is 3 and 3. Why diminished? Diminished, not easy to write with a mouse. Notes in between is 2 and 2. So if you want to use this formula to just get any chord you want, sweet. But here's the fast way. Here's the fast way. Understand the sequence of these chords. That's the first thing. Understand the sequence of this chord, meaning you have major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. So think of it this way. Major, then minor, minor. So take note, 1 major, 2 minors. Then now we're going to have 2 majors and 1 minor. So know the sequence like that. Then we now have a diminished. So what does that mean is, if you're trying to get the triad of your do, it should be a major, or the triad of your one, whoever, whatever your choice is. If you like numbers, you use numbers. If you like solfas, you use solfas, your choice. So this is your do, this is your re, this is your mi, this is for your fa, this is for your sol, this is for your la, and this is for your ti. Or this is for your 1, this is for your 2, this is for your 3, this is for your 4, your 5, your 6, your 7. So meaning your 7th chord is a diminished, your 6th chord is a minor, your 5th chord is your major, your 4th chord is a major, your 3rd chord is a minor, your 2nd chord is a minor, your 1st chord is a major. Once you follow that, you are building your chord to make sure it blends with that scale. So let's say in the scale of B flat, B flat. So you know all the notes. That's why you must learn to picture the chords. Picture them. So in the scale of B flat, I know I have this. And I have this. So I need to see them. So see them and this. So which simply means the only 2 notes, 2 white notes that I'm letting go is B and E. So think of it like this. You have all the white keys. Then you let go of E and B and made them flat. That's how you can also picture it, if that makes sense. So in that case, if I'm building any chord, think of that pattern like this. But now let's look at it in the key of B flat. Remember we did it like this on C. On C by taking every note. So let's say we want to use that same idea. Now let's match that to the key of B flat. E should not be present. You see that? So if we come here, normally this should be like B flat if we're in that key. Maybe that route is probably making it complicated. Let's do it like this. Follow the scale. And this. So take every other note. 1, 2, and 3. Follow the scale. The next chord. Follow the scale. Then follow the scale because we have all this. Then it should be then. You understand? So, but now if you know the difference between a major and a minor, it will be faster for you. So the question is, play an E. If I tell you to play an E minor, regardless of the key, what do you do? Think of C. Because C, normally in the key of C, E is naturally a minor. So I just go and play the one, every other note on C, quickly without thinking too much. If I tell you to play an F minor, you know in the key of C, F is a major, just reduce the middle one. So this is F normally on C, then reduce it as quickly. So you can use C to relate whatever you're looking for. If I tell you look for C sharp major, look for C and take everything forward. This one goes here, this one goes here, and this one goes here. That is if you want to use that as a shortcut to quickly figure out a chord. Should we try one? Look for G major. Exactly, because it's in the key of C, so it's normal. But when I say G minor, exactly. So it's sounding very muddy because you don't play chords around here. You play chords maybe around here, but it's fine. Yeah. So now then look for B flat major. So how do you do that? Look at this. Look at this. This is A, right? A minor. A minor. So this is naturally A minor in the key of C. If you take it up, it becomes a major. So what do you do now? Take everything once up. So I used C as my always go back to find which chord I'm looking for. Oh, did I say minor? Okay, minor. So once you get the major, just reduce it. You get your minor. So because if you're looking for B flat minor, then there was no need for me to reduce it to major. So B flat minor, this is minor already. So I just take everything up. Because, yeah, a half step up, yeah, or a semitone. Because B flat is already the next note in front. So let's try, let me try another one. Give me an E major. Exactly, because now E minor will be what? In the key of C. So you just raise that middle one up. So give me A minor. Exactly. Then give me C sharp minor. So you take everything up as a major, then you now reduce the middle one. Exactly. Very quick. So give me D major. Make it a minor. Exactly. Give me A flat major. Make it a minor. It's as simple as that. Then give me B flat major. Make it a minor. Exactly. So now we're going to take it a step forward. We're going to try major, and if I say make it an augmented, you're going to only raise the higher note. For instance, this is C major. Make it an augmented, you just take this higher. It's as simple as that. Just take the higher note, one semitone up, you get an augmented. So now, play an E flat major, make it an augmented. Yes, back to major, make it a minor. So if I want you to make it a diminished, you're going to take this one down. Yes, that's a diminished. But take note, you get a diminished from a minor.
So I can't be.
Yeah, you can't get it from major. You have to get a minor first before you go to diminished. Then diminished. No, 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 no. You need to, yeah, exactly. That's why you must know the order of notes. So now look for D major. Make it an augmented. Make it a major. Make it a minor. Make it a diminished. You see that? It's as simple as that. So let's try another. We're going to be trying a couple of things because I want you to master chords, because these are the chords you're going to be using to play songs. So play C sharp major. Make it augmented. Back to major. Make it a minor. Make it a diminished. As simple as that. So play A major. Make it an augmented. Back to major. Make it a minor. Make it a diminished. Now, I'm taking you through this process because I can tell you what I want exactly. So you need to process it in your head. I'm taking you this process one after the other. So for instance, if I tell you, give me a C diminished, you know that's a major. You have to get a minor first before you get exactly. So you need to know how to process it to get that particular chord. Do you understand? So let's say give me a B flat augmented. No, get the major first, then raise it to be an augmented. Exactly. So now let's try another one. That's a minor and that's a diminished. Yes. So if I tell you give me the chord, I don't want you to play any other chord. Just give me the exact one I'm telling you. So we went through all this process so that you know how to figure out these different types of chords. But now I want you to just go straight to that chord I'm telling you, though you must take your time to process it. So give me D minor. Exactly. Then give me A diminished. Perfect. Then give me B minor. Exactly. Then give me C sharp diminished. Perfect. Then give me F sharp augmented. Perfect. See, you're doing great. Let's give you your flowers. Yeah. You know, it's not easy. So I can confidently say now you know the different chords, but it's something you have to go over it. You understand? So I think the next one we're going to do is because so I think the next one we're going to do is how you now play this in a song. That's the next live stream we're going to make. So if you guys are just joining for the very first time, type in the comments and also check in the videos I've also posted before. Whatever you want to learn, type that in the comments to let me know, and let me know where you're watching from. All right. So if you want to catch us again, then type that in the comments and let us know where you would like to see this again, so you don't miss the live stream. All right. So the next one we're going to do is basically you now applying these chords to songs. Okay. So now let me tell you two different chords probably you want to play. So I want you to play E minor and F major. E minor and F major. Exactly. Remember that song? Exactly. 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 So now let's try another two chords. Let's say give me C minor and F minor. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But now in the next class, we're going to teach you how to play the chords together so you don't have to be jumping all around, because that's where you might have limitations. All right. Um, all right. So that's gonna be basically all for today. Thank you so much, guys, and good to see you. Is it Jen? Jen. So hopefully we catch you again, or you catch us again. On the next live stream. So if you want to also join, so type that in the comment, then maybe you can join in the classes as well, whereby you can also ask questions directly. So just send me, type that in the comment, even if the live is has ended, then I'll still see the message. Then I'll tell you how to send me a direct message, and you can join us in this free classes. So thank you so much, and I will see you some other time again. Bye bye.